Hello, everybody. Welcome to Puff Drink Talk Podcast.
We are here, and Hilton's taking over my intro.
Yeah.
You can start again if you want to.
Absolutely not. We're going to keep it.
Yes.
Conrad here.
Dylan.
Hilton.
George.
And we're back, gentlemen. Last week, good old Dylan was not here. He decided to skip town, skip bail, get out of Dodge. No. We missed you, man.
Missed y'all. I had a good reason. I just can't say it on the podcast.
And that's all right.
Leave you a little mystique there for you.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You don't remember the podcast or the reason?
The reason.
The reason.
I remember the reason now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Dylan mentioned it, but I forget what it was. I think it was vague, but I forget what the vagueness was. I don't know. Sorry, man, I can't keep up with your life.
It's just some woke shit. I'll tell you all about it later.
Well, I tell you what, this last week, it was an adventure for me, celebrating my birthday, the Marine Corps birthday on Monday, and Veterans Day yesterday. So,
Oh yeah.
it's been quite an adventure these past couple of days.
I'm surprised you can walk today. I thought you were going to be like just kind of limping across everywhere. Just celebration and drinking and whatnot.
I thought that was going to go in a completely different direction, but I appreciate it. No, actually, it was very low key for most of the days.
Do you want me to go in a different direction?
No, keep in your direction. Keep in your direction. But it's a phenomenal weekend. We went up to Waco, rented out a cabin, did a lot of fishing, relaxing, enjoyed the cold front that came in, and a nice cabin overlooking the lake. So did that for my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And thank you for your services.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, but I'm excited to be back.
Well, we've noticed that you're wearing glasses now because you don't have a 20/20 vision anymore. Is that right?
I actually do have 20/20 vision. It is just a birthday gift from my beautiful, amazing wife. She got me the new Meta Ray-Bans, and I'm going to be a complete nerd about it and wear it all the time. I love these things. These are really, really cool. Highly recommend it. If anyone is on the fence about getting it, just dive in and get one because it's a lot of fun. They're really cool.
And have you been just recording everything?
Recording, taking pictures. I mean, trust me, I've been a menace with these things. Asking questions, live translations, just finding out random information as soon as it pops up into my mind, and listening to podcasts, music. Yeah.
How friendly is it?
Very friendly.
Yeah.
It is very user friendly.
Yes.
It's there's only one app for it, which is the Meta AI app. So when you take pictures or videos, it gets uploaded there or imported there, and then from there you can either share it on WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. What's really cool about it is how it integrates super well with other applications. So I can listen to my Amazon Music seamlessly. My WhatsApp, I can do face calls, I can make calls, I can take pictures, send videos, all of those things directly from my glasses. One thing that I read that they're doing is they're going to be working with a lot of other independent developers to seamlessly transition their access with other apps. One of them that I was kind of excited about was a golfing app called 18 Holes, where you could say, hey, Meta, this is the distance and this is the hole that I'm looking at. What club should I be using? And it would give recommendations as to which club how hard you should hit. So just interesting things that are coming up with the technology of this new future, in my opinion.
Nice.
Earlier, we were talking about comparing the usage, how easier it is to use it compared to the Vision Pro. And how do you feel that? How do you feel it in your face? How do you feel it? How does it fit?
I feel like it's very. Hold on one second. Because I asked Meta about it, so she's like giving me a whole spiel about the future of what she can do. And I had to turn her off for a second.
All right.
It feels a lot more natural on the face. It feels like I'm wearing a pair of quality Ray-Ban sunglasses, and I've never had Ray-Bans before. I've always had like cheap pairs of sunglasses that, if they lasted a couple years, phenomenal. I've always taken care of my stuff, but see, and there's always, and Ray-Ban is always like a quality,
high end,
a higher end brand of good quality. Like, how long, Dylan, have you had these sunglasses for?
I got those in March,
Okay.
but I have an identical pair that's all black, like black rim, black lenses.
Similar to these, the Wayfarer model.
Nope. They're
Okay.
literally these with the little hexagonal bottom. Exact same glasses, just all black. I've had those for like 3 years.
Okay. But, I mean, and that's it, is like Ray-Ban has quality stuff.
I had some fake Ray-Bans in Brazil, and they were also good. Even the fake ones are good.
Even the fake ones are good. Yeah, the Fay-Bans.
I have a couple of them like
Ray-Bans.
for over 10 years.
Yeah.
6-7 years, and the other one 10 years. So
I used to always like the Club Masters, like in high school. I've always had Ray-Bans. They're a little bit more expensive, but they last. So it just sucks when you lose them in the lake or something is all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll be taking these to the lake or any of those. They're so, this is like day-to-day use. Oakley, Meta teamed up with Oakley, and Oakley has a pair of different sunglasses model. I'm not a huge fan of the ones that they picked from Oakley. They're more of like the bike triathlon, the biker style. And I mean, there's people that
skateboard, like
It's real sporty.
sporty.
Yeah, sporty. Yes.
And so for those, apparently those have sports apps where you can say like how fast was this last lap that I just ran? What's my current heart rate? Like it'll connect more to fitness. What do you call it? Fitness apps. But I didn't like the style of them. I just like and I wanted something that I could wear indoors, like right now. If you guys were like, hey, let's all take a picture together, I could, done. I can take a picture, and then when I go outside, it the lenses darken up, so they're a regular pair of sunglasses, outside as well.
Great wearable, right? So one thing about sports, right, that I realized that as swimmers, they always brag, like it's the only sport that you actually spend 2 hours and then you don't have music, you don't have anything because you can't swim and have music at the same time. I bet glasses like that, like you gotta have goggles, swimming goggles. Then very soon you're gonna have swimming goggles that will play the song, will tell you all this kind of things. Man, think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
Think about the possibilities with this sort of goggles or glasses. Think about, you'll be able to prevent diseases. Probably. Can you do? I was just wondering. Can you take a picture of the cigar and ask about the cigar, and then they tell us about the cigar?
Hey Meta, can you tell me about the cigar I'm looking at?
We're going to shadow it.
She said the cigar that it was looking at looked like a Maduro cigar based off of the color of it, and known for its like rich dark flavors. Hey Meta, this is a Davidoff Maduro. Is that a good cigar?
It was a limited edition.
Yeah, limited edition Genève.
They're out of stock, but a box of 20 Robusto's $1,000.
I wish you guys could have heard the whole description because she goes into how Davidoff is a well-respected, higher-end cigar. The Maduro flavors usually have like a dark, smoky, leathery flavor, making the pairing of a Maduro and a Davidoff a quality cigar. So, just give a little bit of history. I mean, and then that's it. Stuff like this where you're like, hey, is this any good? And you could just say, you just tell it like, hey, what do you think of this? And it'll give you honest reviews and feedbacks from online. So it's kind of cool.
And we are talking about one thing before I think you were on the phone outside. We were just saying that how, like when you have a phone, it's kind of invasive right there, and then you have to watch, and then right there, he was just actually looking at us is friendlier than a phone. Like you're listening to that. I wasn't able to listen to anything, right? And at the same time, you're being instructed right away. The phone is kind of you got to look down. You lose contact, social contact when you do that.
So, and that's George and I were talking about that too. While George and I were discussing something, in my head or in my ears, I was notified that I got a text message. So I kept the conversation going. I didn't break eye contact. So I didn't have that stigma of being rude, like I need to check something. But I heard, in the background, like, hey, I got a text message from my mom in our family group. It's like, okay, I can check it later after I'm done having this conversation, and when I go to the bathroom, I can check it really quick. Or even I can tell Meta, hey, read me that last message. What did I miss from the group chat? All while still looking at George and not breaking the attention.
But like maybe because you're good at doing two things at the same time. I don't know how I would transition, like listening to something at the same time interacting. For me, I think it's going to be a learning curve. What do you think, Dylan? For you?
I think optically it looks better. I mean, it's the same thing as like Apple Watch right now. Anytime you get a text and you're in front of somebody and you go like this, they go, "Oh, do you have to leave soon?" Like they just assume you're checking the time because you want them like, "Oh no, I'm getting a note," and you got to turn it off. So it takes you out of the moment. But so yeah, it takes you less out of the moment. It's less distracting for the person you're talking to. But for yourself, it's probably hard to focus on one or the other. If you have a lot, I mean, it just depends how many inputs you have going on. But the brain is really designed to pick one thing up and it puts something else down. So.
Well, and like George was asking me the question about the Vision Pro, and she was talking. I basically couldn't hear anything George said about his question. I heard like 3 words out of like 30, and I go, okay, I think George was saying that, and I just went off of that. Yeah. So that is one of the problems. Like there is a little,
Well, the problem now is that we know that you're actually watching porn, and then you're pretending to talk to us.
At least you're listening to porn.
Yeah. But so this is the Gen 2. The Gen 3, if anybody's interested, is really cool. And you can pick them up now. They're on sale, but it's really interesting how Meta is doing it. Only certain authorized dealers have the Gen 3, and you have to schedule an appointment to go in to get it fitted for the right size and the right glasses, and then you can buy it. They're $800 plus tax, so they're a higher end, but there's a mini LCD or a mini screen that pops up. So if I was to get a text message, a little screen would pop up. My the outside lens would actually darken, so no one would be able to see what the conversation is, but the message would pop up for me, and it would be like, okay, this is the message from my mom. Or you have your GPS going, like, hey, I don't know how to get there. It'll pull up Google Maps, and you'll have a little screen right here, and you'll see the lines of where you have to drive and keep going. So,
just like in a car, just like in the panel,
yes.
The car panel, right? You can see only you see it. If you moved a little bit your head to the right or to the left, you don't see it. But if it's centered, you see it.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So, That's a little too much for me. I think this is a great introduction, price point, and all of the features and everything that it has.
How much does that cost?
So this was about $400.
Okay.
Plus some add-ons. I got the Ray-Ban leather charger carrying case, which is awesome. That's something really cool. It's a full leather case that when you plug in, the charging ports are right here under the bridge of the nose. So it'll start charging the glasses, and then the case is portable too, so you can bring it with you, kind of like your EarPods. You put them in the case, and it starts charging.
Yeah,
Have you seen
that's
any
cool.
other accessories?
You can get the thing so it doesn't slip off of your head. It's kind of like the leather band strap, so you can put down your glasses here and it doesn't fall onto the ground. I think that's about it. I actually haven't checked anything else. I just got them like 2 days. Huh?
Any apps?
No, there's
No.
only the one Meta AI app for setting up the glasses. And then it actually ends up kind of being kind of like a Grok app or a ChatGPT app, where if I take pictures or videos, I can ask Meta AI to, hey, make this picture like a cyberpunk theme. And it would, or make this a Victorian Renaissance art picture, and it would, the AI would take that image or that video and replicate it based off of those demands. So, and then of course it's like, hey, I want to share that to Facebook, or I want to post that on Instagram stories or whatever. It just does it automatically. So
Neat.
it'd be kind of cool if you guys could get it. I mean, maybe as a write it off as a business expense, as far as like on the job, like, hey, let's take pictures of of the job and videos of what's going on. Just bam, upload it to
Right
the
off.
Ballerini Facebook page, in real time.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like the ideas, but they cost money.
Everything costs money.
You
I
gotta
know.
make it viable. You need to see that as a project. Someone who is actually, you gotta guarantee some sales. You can do that. Like you can find, like maybe you hit some, like somehow someone is gonna get more into you because of, into your company because of that. But it's hard to measure. It's okay. It's $400. It's not like
it's
4,000.
It's all on what we want to believe in, right? So that's the perception thing. Yeah.
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 But I mean, $3,500, but close to $4,000, after tax for the Vision Pro, or $400.
I wasn't
bucks.
looking to buy those as well.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, the alternatives out there for something similar to this is, the price difference is just astronomical. And I think Dylan said it. Eventually, these are going to be exactly like, your watch, your iWatch or your EarPods or something like that. Just another accessory to go along with other things. It's just this one has so many other features, and especially with the Gen 3 that has that little screen, it's almost to a point where we don't need to have phones anymore. Phones are going to become obsolete.
Interesting.
Get you these pair, Hilton. I can see you rocking those
Should I rock those?
with the red.
Yeah, see, I can't get into that style. Like, that's not me.
If they had some like lighter shade, maybe a blue. Oh, that one.
Oh, those are pretty dope.
Yeah.
Dope with it, dude. Check
Yeah.
out the Gen 3.
I'm up for that one.
Yeah, the driver in you is speaking louder.
Yeah.
Are they just on Ray-Ban's website?
They are. But if you type in, maybe you have to type in Meta.
Yeah, I think I was on a different website for some reason.
See, I don't think Ray-Ban sells them. I think you have to go through Meta. The Meta website.
Control the distribution, maybe.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause I'm telling you, you had to schedule an appointment to go to an authorized dealer to have a private fitting and make sure you're buying the right one.
Some of that has to do with like the shape of your face, though. Like even if you go get like prescription glasses, they'll check something called your pupillary distance.
Yeah.
And so depending on like how far your pupils are from each other will depend on like how big of a frame you're going to use. And I guess with that screen, for them to project it far enough so it doesn't look like it's in your face, they've got to probably take a measurement of something.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I have shitty vision, so I've worn glasses and contacts my whole life.
Many industries you have to rethink.
Maybe
the
the
way they sell
down
it.
there, the display, bottom left. That one.
Oh.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
comes with the wristband, so you can use your hands to change. Yeah, turn up the volume, turn it down, skip songs, etc.
That's cool.
I think if you scroll down, it shows kind of like the little screen. Yeah, right there. Meta Ray-Ban display.
They just need to get Sydney Sweeney with a pair of these on. They'll fucking sell out.
Yeah,
That case you're talking about?
oh, that's a different case. Mine.
Similar?
Similar to that.
Are you here or are you listening to something?
No, I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
that's the case that I have.
I thought it was your.
That's cool. I have almost, so the other Ray-Ban sunglasses I showed you, I have a carrying leather case that almost looks identical to that. It just obviously doesn't have a charger built into it, but that's cool. Like from the outside looking in, it just looks very normal.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's cool. It's like sleek. Nice. Cool, man.
Okay, start saving.
Hey, if you're a good boy, maybe Santa Claus will get you a good present this year.
I need prescriptions though.
Oh,
I guess you can get them
yeah,
prescribed.
you can.
See, like with prescription right now.
Hey,
I will know in a couple months because we went to Costco. They see I'm wearing new glasses, and I asked about that, and they are trying to cut a deal with Costco, and Costco is trying to sell it. You know, like different. As I'm telling you, man, many different industries will be shaken by
Yeah.
with all of this. They have to rethink the way they You see, as we were discussing, marketplace too is restricted. So once this is spread, it's gonna be different.
see, and I think that's the interesting thing, even with Meta Quest, which is the
Goggle, like wearable, like VR goggles.
yes, the VR goggles, AR goggles. You can play video games off of them. There's a ton of different applications, apps, and games, and different things that you can use that for. I mean, price point for one of the higher end models is $500 or $600.
And have you seen some like direct comparisons between those and the Apple Vision Pros?
So I've watched videos of people that have said it or have compared both of them. Of course, all of them say like the Apple Vision Pro is like a Lamborghini, basically. But they're like, for the price point, especially from Meta, they're like, okay, you're driving a high-end BMW, that will still get you where, and it has a ton of awesome, cool features and games and things that you can utilize. It's
And Amazon is gonna build like a Toyota.
yeah, basically,
Probably.
it's going to be built by robots. But they're like, okay, so for $500 you can have the top end BMW that has a ton of great features and is comfortable and it's cool, or spend $4,000 and you have a Lamborghini that can do a couple more different features and it'll just be a little bit better quality. So they're like, it's I think that's the advantage of what's happening right now is Meta's price point is more accessible and more, has a value to it compared to Apple.
Yeah, I still, after all this time, struggle to think of like a concrete reason to use it, that would not just for pleasure, like for work or for something that I just can't think of anything.
Entertainment. You can see yourself wearing it for
Sure.
entertainment.
Yeah, it'd be
Right.
cool to watch a movie or something like that.
Educate yourself.
So for $4,000 though, I can't justify that.
So, and that was one thing that they were showing the difference is like, okay, the video quality might be a little bit better in that Vision Pro, but you can still do that the whole movie theater Like you want to watch a movie and pretend like you're a movie theater, you can do that with the Quest.
Is
And-
it 5 times better?
I don't know. I mean, these are I
Because
honestly
that's
haven't.
the question, right?
Yeah.
So you got paying 4 times more. It's got to be 5 times. How is it your perception of 5 times better?
And I think that's it. Is people are like, dude, you can kind of do the same features as the
Yeah.
Vision Pro, but not pay that price.
And then
Yeah.
wearability as well, like fatigue. You're gonna get fatigued much quicker with that heavier device versus Meta's.
It's
It's
a
not
baby in your head.
Yeah.
That's what it is, you know.
Yeah, you
like-
can have like a helium balloon on top and then holding
Trying
the
to hold
weight
you up.
up. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
This is happy birthday.
there's a real big transition when you're playing football and you finally get the helmets on. Like your
No.
neck starts getting used to the weight of it. Your neck is sore for like the first week or so, like while you're getting used to it. And just can't imagine that for like 6 hours a day, putting that on and like trying to come into a workspace, put all my screens up. I just don't.
And then work off of it.
Yeah, it'd be fatiguing. And on your eyes, like I feel like it's more eye strain. I could be wrong. Maybe they've thought about all of these things. It's just, I don't know. I think it's really cool, but that's kind of it. I think it's cool. I don't think it's as practical as maybe they would like for it to be. That's why it doesn't say. It's a very
like to ask,
premium luxury product.
I'd like to ask Spock how he's been using his, because I don't think I asked him very
I asked him,
recently. You did?
In Halloween party.
Okay.
I asked him, and he
What
says,
did he
like,
say?
like for movies, it's perfect. He loves it. He still wears it, but he doesn't know much, and many people who also wear that. The community is pretty small. This is a thing too. Like when we're discussing market share, then you have like Reddit and have literally thousands of people speaking about that, explaining how to use it. And then a Vision Pro, it's such a reduced community, and it's hard. What if it breaks? Man, it's $4,000.
So
Who's gonna fix it?
Apple for
Yeah.
$2,000. And to your point earlier, I feel like it's a little bit more divisive. Like, what if you want to sit down and watch a movie with your family? Everybody in your family needs the Vision Pro,
That's $10,000.
right?
Well, and so another practical application for this was the coaches for my kids' baseball. I think I mentioned this. They have a baseball game on the MetaQuest.
I didn't know.
And so because it has 2 controllers that you put your hands in, so you can play, there's like the lightsaber game and like a whole bunch of different things you can use your hands and control your person and the AR VR aspects. One of them, you get an adapter and you put it on your baseball bat, and then you wear the Meta Quest. Again, the Quest is a lot lighter on the head, so kids can use it. And like he was saying, that you can see what he was able to see what his son saw. And then what they started doing was they have a baseball app where they had different age limits or age levels of like, okay, this is what it's going to be like when a ball comes at you at 50 miles an hour. And it shows like a pitcher getting his stance ready and then throws the ball 50 miles an hour. So then and it gives you real-time stats as far as like, okay, his son was swinging too late at 50 miles an hour. So he could be like, okay, out of all those 10 balls that came, you hit 8 of them, but you were swinging late. So that's why the ball was shanking. So you need to anticipate a little bit more. And then he got 50 miles an hour down. He's like, all right, let's start going up to 60. And he was like, we do this every day, maybe every other day, and just practice for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes. His son was phenomenal at hitting. He would basically just stand there. The first pitch would come, and if it was in any type of area where he could hit it, he would just hit bombs. And he's like, that's because we literally just play video games about him getting pitched a ball super fast. So when it comes slower, he's like, my son's reaction time is like, oh, this is easy. I can hit this out of the park.
Yeah. So it's a game, but it's kind of become accurate enough to be almost like a simulator for them to practice.
Well, and there was a huge article about that Jaden Daniels last year for the quarterback for the Washington Commanders. He went to Germany or went
For the Commanders.
Thank you, Hilton. I wasn't saying it right. He went somewhere. I believe it was Germany or somewhere in Europe, and they had a VR headset and an application specifically for him to train football, but he would run the simulation at 1.5x normal speed, sometimes 2x. So he would have to quick read what the defense is going, bam, the play is going. He had to make that second decision of where the ball needed to go. So like he was saying, there was and people were like, he did this in college, and they were just talking about how his progress from that 1 year to the next year he was a completely different person and a completely different athlete because he saw things slower because he kept training at a higher speed, so that when it came time for game time, he was like, oh, they're going to do an all-out blitz. I know this guy's going to be open after 5 yards. Done. Hike, bam, throw it. You know, he's already seen this stuff before.
Yeah, you get a lot of extra reps.
Exactly. He got the extra practice and at an amplified speed for his brain to process that that thing.
I wonder if you can do that for golfing.
Yeah, I think that's what you start. Yeah, I think so. I think another thing too, I wonder if you can utilize the technology to like track your eyes, like what you're looking at, and maybe fix that. Does this interest you in getting that for Lucas?
I thought about getting it for him for that baseball
For
thing.
that purpose, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that would pay for itself right there. Because just reps of practicing.
Yeah.
And might engage him to even practice harder.
You know, and that's a good point.
Gamified.
You
the whole
gamify
thing is
it, absolutely.
gamified, you know?
Make it fun.
Beat your last record. Hit 5 out of 10 over 50 miles an hour. Okay, now hit 7 out of 10. Let's go up to 60 miles an hour. And you make it fun. Make it like, I want to beat my high score.
Well, and like, you know, all of the other conversations we had with Paul and some of our other guests about how people get burned out of sports, and like, you know, George and all of your examples of student athletes getting completely burned out of the sport, you know, because of the amount of pressure. But if you say it as a game, you know, maybe it's not as difficult for you. Maybe it's like, oh, it's just another game for me to play.
Okay, I got a couple of points here to ask you. How about Audible? Do you think you'll be able to use it as for
Books?
audiobooks, for podcasts? How do you feel about it?
I use it every day. Today I was working, typing out emails, listening to the Sean Ryan Show, listening to the Puff Drink Talk podcast. It integrates seamless with Amazon Music, Spotify, Audible, YouTube. Whatever I want to listen to, it just streams right on my phone or right on my glasses.
That makes me think that probably a lot of podcasters, audiobookers, they will probably invest more in audio than in video, because you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to, to do the, so this is something that we should consider,
Until
we should all consider.
The generation 3 comes, that you can have like a little screen on the corner that you can still see around the world, but you can always glance and then see if someone's talking about something that they're showing on a screen or something.
Yeah.
Wait till you get a group
Right.
of 4 guys in here with them, and then we record a podcast from our point of view.
Wow.
And I think that was the crazy.
Don't give us ideas.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I could literally do that right now. Is like, we could switch over to Conrad Vision for a second, and it's like,
Do a little segment.
here's me smoking my cigar, gentlemen. Oh, this Davidoff is great.
Okay, let's
nails.
do that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Meta, start video. Hey, this is me smoking my Davidoff Maduro. What a phenomenal cigar.
And
Hey, guys.
and then, hey, how are you doing?
Howdy.
Howdy.
What's going on?
Yeah.
So it's this is how the room looks, right?
Absolutely. In all of its glory.
All the way up. In our spaceship, it looks like a spaceship.
Yeah, we have a
I love
spaceship
it.
and
yeah.
we have a
That's
green
how I
light
feel
on the
about
top.
it. Yeah.
You'll see that it's green, so that it breaks the reds a little bit.
We have our air purifiers in the corner. And one behind here, there's the humidor. I didn't notice the new camera up there. That looks nice.
Yeah, the camera. We have not yet connected it, so we got it, but we're still working on the cables to place it over there. So
I'll send that video to you guys.
Sound good. I'll put that in.
Can I go with the next topic? Yeah.
Okay.
How about FaceTime? How was it? The experience of FaceTime or a call or Zoom, Google Meet or whatever.
Yeah, seamless.
And people see you?
They see what I'm seeing. So I FaceTimed on WhatsApp. Or on my iPhone, it doesn't work that seamlessly. But on WhatsApp, because it's owned by Meta, it was like, do you want to switch from front facing, rear facing, or my glasses?
I promise, Meta's not going to make it easy to connect. Like Apple, is Apple Music super easy?
I don't have Apple Music, so I don't.
I feel like they have a beef, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Probably.
It's probably why it's easy to do Spotify. Yeah, it's one of those.
There are
things.
Hundreds of articles and texts and videos about how does WhatsApp make money? How do they make money, right? Maybe they knew that all along. Maybe the whole plan was a 30-year plan in which WhatsApp would basically bankrupt all these Verizons and all their bigger companies, making WhatsApp the whole thing, because now you can seamless go from WhatsApp to Facebook to Instagram. It's seamless, right? So think about how's that going to be with the glasses?
Absolutely. Well, and so I tried that out. I called my buddy Lucas. He wanted to wish me a happy birthday. So I'm like, hey, man, how does this look? And he's like, what, like, you're just showing me, what you're looking at. I was taking a walk, and I was like, well, here's my phone. And I was showing him. He's like, well, how the hell are you? He's like, oh, you're talking to me from your glasses. Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, how's the sound quality? How's the microphone? He goes, it sounds perfect. It sounds like we're right there talking to each other.
I'll call you later.
Yeah.
So just to check it out.
Yeah. No, it was really cool.
It's cool.
It's just fun stuff. When you get new technology, it's always like fun to play around with. Probably in the next month, I'll be like, fuck these glasses.
I don't know, man. Have you done that with your first cell phone or smartphone?
No, absolutely not. Yeah. No.
But the way people play like MetaQuest with the things, like the lightsaber ones, it reminds me of like when the Wii first came out and everyone was like so mesmerized by it.
Yeah.
And for kids, it's so much fun that you could lose yourself for hours just playing whatever games were up there. Now it just continues to get better. So I think over time it'll be more like work applicable for everybody, but at that price point, it doesn't necessarily have to be. 4,000 is the problem. 400 is kind of, in my opinion, for that technology is reasonable. It can be more expensive.
How about 800 for the Meta 3?
I think if you're really into the idea of the display and are going to utilize it and watch more content on it, then I would say it probably is worth it. Yeah.
I see people trying to drive and then watch stuff, and that could be dangerous. Probably they would put like a motion sensor that, like, if you going at at speed, and then they go like, hey, you're in a car, so
natural selection, my friend. Natural selection,
I like the answer better than the sensor.
Yeah.
It's gonna have
all
to
your
like
sentors.
determine if you're the one driving or not. Because if you're a passenger.
Determinism. Yeah.
Well, the camera can see what you're seeing. If they see a steering wheel, they will not display anything. But
put some electrical tape. If there's a will, there's a way. People.
Yeah, there's always people trying to scam around things.
They sell those weights for Tesla steering wheels. You like hook them on, so it just counters. So it stops alerting you to put your hands on the wheel. So people will just take their hands off, and it leaves. It's dangerous in case something happens. But people jerry rig all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we gotta understand that very soon, right? We won't drive anymore. It's gonna be safer to drive with the automatic, than auto cars than ourselves. So that's why they are thinking about that. Let's say that you commute for 3 hours a day.
Spock, when he comes to my house, he goes from his house to my house, and he does not drive. The car drives and parks. Yeah.
That's such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I'm just waiting for the day where I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to drive.
Robots is doing that for you, and then we have to have a universal income thing.
Yeah. I'm just playing. I love working. I love my job.
But you like the interactions, you know, and the way we perceive interactions are going to change. The way we perceive, you know, like today how many people today do things they hate? How many, you see, what's the percentage of the population that don't love what they do? It's pretty high.
99%.
Maybe, I don't know, but it's pretty high. I don't think when you have the chance to do it, maybe the first generation is going to be lost because you see, oh no, you got to go to work. Think about Generation Z or Alpha right now. I mean, it doesn't make any sense for Generation X. Almost doesn't make any sense. Generation X or the baby boomers. They don't want to work from home because they built relationships and they believe we have to be at work. But now with this kind of technology, this kind of possibilities to, you see, maybe you're gonna doubt for a while, but then the results, man, I think one of the most expensive school in Brazil, I think it's like $4,000, $5,000 in Brazil a month. It's all with technology the whole time. I think there are teachers around, but they are doing completely different things. You know, observing the kids, focusing on analyzing what they are doing, the progress instead of teaching. So the teaching is all there. They are just analyzing, improving education quality. That's just one industry that I think is going to be definitely, it's going to suffer, or at least it's going to change completely. It's going to be definitely the education. I can see that. And one that is going to be pissed is going to be the physiotherapists, because all the phones, you know, the neck problems that you're having with that's gonna end. You know?
Well, going back to education, there's plenty of times where I was like, hey, convert pounds to kilos. What's the temperature outside? Now convert that from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Just simple things like that, where it's like I'm literally just talking to something, to this AI service, and it's like, oh, it's 80 degrees outside right now, so that's going to be 24.8 degrees Celsius. An instant, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Now I can remember that later on when somebody says like vice versa.
Or you have kids like my kids. So my wife talks Celsius and I talk Fahrenheit. Mm-hmm. And they understand both.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah.
They know. It's incredible.
Temperature bilinguals.
Well, and it's funny because Lucas will always be like, oh, this is like 7 kilos. And my dad is like, what the hell are you talking foreign shit for in front of me? It's like, we don't speak kilos, we speak pounds around here.
Yeah.
And Lucas is like,
deadlifts like the only time you'd ever have to like try to convert kilos to pounds.
Yeah.
Like in the weight room.
Yeah.
Deadlift, but if you're doing reps, it's pounds.
It's pounds. Yeah.
It's just like in the same environment because you're going to the gym.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's just deadlifts where you have those kilogram plates. It's crazy.
Yeah. You see, like I watch a lot of coffee competitions, like like it's all about the storytelling, right? When you get to speak to temperature, all the Americans, they try to use the not the American measurements, so it's kind of hard. You can see it's the only time they dilly-dally a little bit, like the 7 kilo, a kilo, like they try to convert because you got to multiply by 2 and add 10%.
Yeah.
Like when it's multiple of 10, it's multiple of 10 is easy, but when it's
you gotta get used to it.
Multiply by 9, divide by 5. You gotta go through proximity rather than any other thing.
I've always been good at the measurement of speed from miles per hour to kilometers an hour.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That one's easy. It's basically just double, give or take a little bit.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's half. I'm sorry, it's half.
It's not.
1.609.
No, there's one point where it's like 120 is 60, but then as it scales, it like opens up, so it's not exactly 2 all the way through.
No.
But from a car,
100 is like 58.
Yeah.
So 104 is like 60. You
60,
know,
yes.
102 is 60.
Yeah.
One to 1.6.
Like-
But that's what I'm saying is like
Yeah.
I'm able to
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
kind of get in the ballpark.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing that I can get into the ballpark where when I'm driving in Brazil, I'm like, okay, this is miles per hour. And this
No,
is,
definitely miles an hour and kilometers an hour is easier
yes,
than Fahrenheit
yes,
and then temperature, Fahrenheit and Celsius, because
Well,
it's like minus 32
Sure.
and divided by 2 plus 10%. You know what I mean?
but one thing I always tell my clients, right? Say, hey,
I should say 11%. Sorry. I don't want to be wrong.
yeah. Think about that. Think about in Celsius, right? So, or are you sure you can differentiate 72 to 75? Do you like? Oh, I know it's 73. I know it's 75. Come on. You can tell from 70 to 75, 76. Okay, I can tell that. But 72 to 70, 71 to 73, or 72 to 74? Come on, it's
Context.
Tiny.
I can tell the difference indoors, like air conditioning, 71 to 73 miles
Yes,
apart.
because you always keep.
It is.
Yes,
Yeah,
because you always
Dylan's
keep
on
between
point with that
70
one.
and 75.
Because of
we-
our body temperature, yeah, that
You
does
start
make a
getting to
difference. Yeah.
75, you're like, it's toasty in here. You get it down to 68, it's chilly, 69. It's like, you can kind of feel the difference in every 1 degree indoors. Outdoors, no, you're right. You can't.
I prefer Fahrenheit for temperature because
Yeah.
you have moist steps, therefore you have more control. So you go
Less variance.
at 1 point down, right, in temperature, and then it's like, yeah, that feels nice. But if you go in Celsius 1 point down, it's like, oh, that is too cold.
yeah.
And then you go 1 point up, that's too hot. There's no like 0.5, you know what I mean?
Mhm,
Which would be the halfway point.
Mhm, mhm.
Because of that, 71, you know, that 60, like, no, 70 to 74, it's a huge difference.
yeah.
But because the window that we use your air conditioning is very short, it's very short too. Because I don't, let's say in the summer I put it 76, in the winter I put it 66. So that's 10 degrees. You know, it's it is easy to perceive. But when we are talking about the whole day, you know, like one day goes to, let's say, 100, and then in the morning it's 60. So to feel it 73 to 74 outside, it's harder. But
Yeah.
inside it's, you know,
Yeah, and then also there is the wind, if it's blowing wind, and then it's...
Yeah, I was just about to say that. 73 feels vastly different if you're in the shade, if there's
Shade and
wind,
sun,
or you're
yeah.
directly in sunlight.
Like we
your
played,
clothes
we
you're
played
wearing.
golf. We played golf on Monday, and it was chilly, but in the sun it was fine. So I had short sleeves. So it's like, okay, so if I keep under the sun, I don't have to wear my jacket. So that's what I did. I never was in the shade because in the shade it was cold.
Yeah.
But if I put the jacket on, it was hot. You know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, so I can play in the sun all the time and then not be cold.
Today was 60. I only have my shorts and my only shorts, no shirt. We're walking for 15, 20 minutes in a treadmill
Yeah.
and the tennis shoes, and that's it. I'm okay with that. 50, below 45, then I have to put a shirt in the sun.
Well, and that's it. 70, like you were just giving the example, 71 to 75. 71, my nipples are rock hard. 72, they start softening up. So all I have to do is just do like a quick,
okay.
see, like right now,
Token.
I'm going to say about 74, 75 degrees in this room. Am I about right?
You have digital nipples.
Yes. Yeah. God-given thermometer right here.
Hey, some people pay good money for that.
It's a natural
would, yeah.
thermometer. It's Conrad's nipples.
And then all you have to do to tell the temperature instead of looking at the air conditioner is just touch my nipples.
All
Be
right.
like, okay.
Do we have to ask permission first?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You don't want us coming up and groping you?
I don't know. It might surprise you.
And also, do you know if you type, you can does it write for you? If it type, probably because on the phone, because I barely I actually don't use it much. I don't type much. I only speak and then he writes. Even if I have the opportunity to send an audio, I actually record voice to text and I send a text.
I do that, and this is what you can do with this.
That is actually a good question, because if he does that, that's very interesting.
So like right now, I could send in the Puff Drink Talk group on WhatsApp message by just talking. So, and it will come through as a text message, kind of like any other
device when you're driving, for example, you say that.
Yeah. When again, like I was saying, if a text message comes in, I can ask Meta to read the text message, and then I can say reply. And then I can say reply with this message, and then it'll send it, So it's truly hands off.
It's gonna be very handy for calendars too.
I think so. and that's a wrap, isn't it? It's a wrap. I think we've covered quite a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think we did cover a lot of things.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Subscribe.
Comment.
Share.
Like.
Comment.
Subscribe.
Share.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.